Right, welcome back to Stamp Allotment, 21st of May. I've just been talking to Jan up the road here, and she said that they're still forecast for possible frost end of this week, start of next week. It's just like, it's an allotment nightmare. Anyway, we'll have a quick look round and see what's happening. Not a lot really. Do you want to come down here, Chaz? These have been starting to be eaten. Well, I've got some slug pellets down. We'll talk about those in a moment. Right, now, potatoes. I was having a rant about potatoes last time we were on. This bed had potatoes in last year, and I thought I'd dug everything out, but there's a potato come through there and a potato come through there, which is a bit weird. They're actually doing better, as I'll show you in a minute. Radishes, pretty much like last year, poked the heads up and stopped. Rocket, some salad leaves, they're not doing very well. Pinky and Perky, Laurel and Hardy. I thought they were both winter cabbages there from last year. I think that's a cabbage, and I suspect that might actually be a cauliflower. It looks totally different. I don't know. Who knows? Coming around here, built this frame for some runner beans. Now, yesterday, weather forecast was for weather of biblical proportions, Old Testament stuff. Everything but frogs were coming our way. Hailstones, snow, everything. Didn't happen. But I was worried about these because I put them out, they look really frail. So I put 3 of these pipes on to try and stop them if they were going to get flattened. And doing that, totally buggered it up because I snapped one of the leaves off. But the growth there still seems to be okay. This one, marginal, still almost alive. That one okay. This one looks really sad. I think that one might be dying. That one looks okay. And that one looks also very sad. Watching allotments videos by Dan, Video Diary, and Blue Star Dave. I talked about the importance of feeding things, so I've been out and bought some blood, fish and bone. I haven't watered it in yet, but I'm going to do that to see if that has any effect. Actually, I've gone a bit mad with blood, fish and bone, to be honest with you. I planted 2 rows down here of salads, nothing. This was supposed to be like a big bed of salad leaves, just pathetic, absolutely pathetic. So, we can't afford to buy canes and things like everybody else, so I went up to the woods and did another one of these weird constructions. I know the garden's starting to look more and more like something out of Fred Flintstone's back garden, but there you go. What can you do? More blood. This is Blue Star Dave's. He said the onions need lots of nutrients, so we've got some onion sets up here. They seem to be doing okay. In a line here, we've got some snowball turnips. We grew them, they were really successful last year in a bed up there that's growing nothing this year. And we got those from Russell across the road, so that's good. Guantanamo Bay's gone. Peas seem to be doing okay. I tried to transplant some. I don't know whether that's supposed to work or not. I don't know. I was asking Howard, professional gardener next door. He said he didn't know. But I put 4 in here, they still seem to be alive. Space where they didn't grow. So we'll see what happens. I'm even tempted to put something in here. Could be mad, I don't know. Right. Potatoes. Bloody potatoes. Bought from the garden centre. I keep saying Swift, Charlotte, Maris Piper. Nothing was growing, so I had a fertile about in here yesterday. Planted them about 7 or 8 inches deep down. Couldn't find anything, went down and down and down and down. And the potatoes, look this way, Charlie. Potatoes were there, and they had little shoots on about that big, and they've still got 7 inches to go. So I left them pretty much uncovered, put some blood, fish and bone down. They've only got about 3 inches to get through, and if they don't come up, the little buggers, in the next 2 weeks, then they're out. And the reason I say that is because over here, Co-op's finest. Co-op for anyone in America is just like a local little supermarket, backstreet store. buy potatoes to eat, really expensive. That's why I try to grow so many potatoes. They just chitted on by themselves in the kitchen, and you can see here, and these were planted 2 weeks later. We've got one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, another one down there somewhere. So I say, seed potatoes, bugger off, because you're hopeless. Garlic seemed to be doing still okay. We had to take one out that was rotted, had a slug in the middle. This bed over here, I keep trying to plant it with lettuce. Nothing. Absolutely nout. Nothing. There might be like one. I don't know. It's hopeless. This is where we grew all the salad last year. I didn't think you had to crop rotate salad. I could be totally wrong there. The sweet turnips came up here, rocket, radishes, cut and grow again, everything. It was just prolific last year. This year, nout. Over here, the store-bought courgette seems to be alive. The other one died. Now you can see more slug pellets. We'll get round to that. But you might be able to see here lots, and I think there might be the odd dead slug in there. Now, last year I didn't use any fertiliser, didn't use any slug pellets, didn't use anything. The garden was fine. Fortunately, Jim, who's got 2 allotments down the road, lent me some yesterday, and I've just been across to my mum and dad's house. My dad's given me some more. So that might have been gone, because you can see it's just manic there. These 2 that we grew at home on the windowsill, these 2 courgettes, they seem to be getting secondary growth. They're doing okay. These mange too, they're being nibbled as well, so I might have to get some slug pellets down there. Still, the sweet corn at home is still coming on. Still going to do the same thing, 4 either side of these, and try and get some undercropping going. Now, the reason for the slug pellets is this. I came in here yesterday, checked my tomatoes, and we had 3 cucumbers. The cucumber's not going to do it. It's too cold here. It's just too cold. And one had been eaten. So, from Jim's slug pellets, there's one, dead. There's another one in the pumpkins. There's another one. Oh, Russell from across the road gave us 2 melon plants. There's one there. That one had been gone. Over here you can see in these hopeless lettuces, slug trails, dead slugs everywhere. So if I hadn't got the slug pellets down yesterday, this lot would have gone. Tomatoes are doing okay. This one, where the yellow leaves were, I just gave it another haircut. Still seems to be surviving okay. Right, this bed here, I had last year's onions on. I said they might bolt. Every time there's a space, I just keep putting more garlic in. But, I mean, I've got a geology degree, it's years ago, I can't really remember. But if you have a look in there, they've come up in the last 3 or 4 days out of this bed. How do they do that? I've got no idea. Here, salad. It's just too bloody cold. It's supposed to be Tom Thumb lettuces coming up, they poke their heads up. Nout. Now, talking about the frozen tundra, the Pennines in the northeast, Howard said, across the road, kill weeds, tried it on this little bit, put salt on them. They're too hardy up here, they don't care. You could put salt, pepper, you could put Leon Perrins, you could put anything on. The little buggers don't die. These are the only peas that didn't grow, so I transplanted those from down the bed over there. They've only been in a day, they still seem to be alive. I've thrown more blood and bone, blood, fish and bone, I'm getting mad with that now. Down here, same store-bought potatoes, dug in here again. Supposed to be one there, couldn't even find it. One there, same thing, about that much growth. So I've covered it over, more blood, fish and bone. If these don't come up the next 2 weeks, they're all gone. History. Right. Back up here. This big boy here, pumpkin. He's going in next to Bad Boy. I'll show you Bad Boy in a minute. But he's got other growth coming on. He's going to get the most love and care and attention in the world, because down here, oh, just have a look at Bad Boy. Poke down there. He is growing because he's almost touching the side of the, down there, side of the bottle. His Bad Boy leaf's still a bit knackered. But anyway, I put some grass cuttings around there from Dad's garden. Right here, I've dug a hole about this big and about 2 feet down. And I filled it, God bless me Dad, with some really nice compost from his garden. Loads of blood, fish and bone. I'm going to chuck some of this comfrey tea on. And then this grass, I'm going to cover it with grass, get the whole bed really hot. And then he's coming out of there because he's getting too big. I'm going to put that cloche on. It's a bit broken because of the wind. Stick that on and I'm going to heat this bed as hot as I can get it. And then when he's big boy's got a few more leaves on, he's going in here. And hopefully he's going over there, over the trellis. I'm going to do that in a minute. Almost done. Oh, Julie. Julie, the expert on strawberries, left a comment last night asking about how long it takes after they start flowering till they get strawberries on. Haven't been back to check yet, so when we get home tonight I'll go and do that. Fennel's doing okay. Seems to really like it in the new bed. Loving it in there. Potatoes, same, nout. Throwing more blood, fish and bone on that. Water that in a minute. I followed Dan's advice on the cabbages. Haven't taken the yellow leaves off. They do seem to be rotting like he said. They're doing okay, and they don't seem to be being eaten very much at all, really. And last thing over here, put some more co-op potatoes in here. I think they'll come up. The last 3 Swift went in there. I've got no hope for those whatsoever. But the second earlies that Howard next door gave us, they're all coming up. So, if you've got any comments or anything, give us a shout, because we are, as I said, in the frozen tundra of the Pennines of the northeast. And the way things are going, we're going to have a 2-month growing season. That's 2. That way around. Bye. Most love and attention I've ever given any plant. So that Bad Boy doesn't grow. It's not my fault. He's even got his little slug pellets around. Here we go. Get it heated up. Waiting for the big boy. That's definitely it. And we're going to go and have a glass of cider and a fag. Oh, Dave. So sorry to hear about your bloody break-in, mate. I know what I would do with those bolt cutters if I found them. You know what I mean. Bye.